Last Command. This jumps forward 10 years, and it's picking up with Luke and everyone and everything there. And it's great.
Hi, everybody.
It's super interesting to see like where they are. Like Luke has a Jedi Academy now.
I was thinking about going back to
Civilized Age.
Excuse me, Philip. I'm trying to have a conversation.
You're fine. You're fine.
If you'd mind.
That's a
right?
fair call.
Very rude. It's very
incredibly
very
rude.
rude.
Kevin speaks so rarely during these things, and for you to interrupt him like that,
what he does.
It's really the only
lies.
time Kevin talks about anything is about Doug. So like the fact that he would talk about anything other than Doug.
I took a week. I had to take some time away from Doug. Yeah.
You know what? I am sorry. Carry on.
I lost it. It's gone now.
Yeah.
No, you were talking about Last Command, Spectre's Past, reading books.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I had no idea what Kevin was about to say.
I'm
we'll
sure
never
it's gonna
know
be
now.
a wave of brilliance.
Yeah.
Like I've never had.
I'm sure it's
before.
like the single statement that would have unified all legends and canon plot lines. We'll never know now.
I'll just go back to my Pokeball.
Your what?
Are you a Pokemon? You're going inside your Pokeball? Is that what you said?
Maybe. That'd be pretty sweet.
Well, welcome to Civilized Age. My name's Philip. I'm the Cosmic Force, and surrounding me are my salty players. Say, get this over with, players.
Get this over
Get
with.
this over
Where are
with,
my
players.
children?
What they said.
Listen,
What
I'm trying to
they
get this back.
said. I'm not even gonna say it. I'll just say Ditto, which is also a Pokemon. So this is Civilized Age, our one of our Star Wars games. We had one Star Wars game. Make like a bunch of people raising money around the holidays for their track and field team outside of Barnes and Noble and wrap it up last night.
Wow, what a walk!
I'm very happy with that. I am deeply happy with that.
That was a big reach.
That felt like one of those BoJack Horseman ones, where it goes on for, it goes around the corner and comes back. Yes, a more wretched hive wrapped up last night in a very delightful fashion, and those scamps in Murdenki the Crystal Toasters achieved. They were just as lucky as ever.
Did you win?
The way that people have phrased it, the summation is, they escaped, they got rich, and they immediately broke up.
That really is what happened. Although Chanson was unable to escape from Venom, who follows him around and is also a life coach. So, in any case, was a very fun game, and we have more Star Wars fun for you tonight here in Civilized Age. This is the story of...
Excuse me.
Mouse Sneeze, are you okay?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Is your brain okay? Did you get all of the allergens out of your nasal canal?
Is it, Philip?
Probably
You've read everything in Star Wars. Is there something that people say in Star Wars when people like sneeze?
Oh.
That's not something that he would know.
May the Siths not spite you.
Or my children. Thank you.
Well, no, they're gonna. A little too late.
Oh, too late for that.
They're smoten. Smoted.
They've been
Well, technically, they're not Sith.
Sneezing. They've been sneezing.
snoked.
They've been snooked. Yes, in this game, this is the story of it's different stories altogether. Basically, Abrael and Train Sadie Tell are hoping to find their children who've been taken into the cosmic force to the planet of Exo, helping them on their journey for reasons that sometimes are fated by the Force and sometimes may hide darker intents, is R2-D2, a nearly 700-year-old, no, over 700-year-old astromech droid. Mara Jade, she's probably only like 25, but she seems like she's nearly 700 years old on account of time travel. She was born back then, but then...
Force user, man. They age real well.
But she has a really cool jacket.
She has a fine jacket, but if we're looking
Not
for
the
really
coolest.
good jackets, I will say, if you want to know about the best jacket in the galaxy, you won't find out about it in this session, because these bozos didn't bring her with them. Because Jacket Girl would have gone to Exo. She would have gone anywhere with Zell.
Would have solved it immediately. This game would have been over.
She would have been like,
would have been over.
somebody needs to come with you and help you buckle your pants. Oh, so high.
God.
Oh no, you've got some crumbs of something around the sides of your mouth. Better
My
kiss
God.
them away.
Oh.
Anywho. Speaking of Zell, we have Zell Yaga. Now, sometimes Zell isn't the Fort of Narnipond Marm, who Jacket Girl is hecka into, but sometimes he's just Zell. Zell is one of the Witch Knights from this time and has his own agenda, which, as time's gone on, Abrielle trusted him greatly because he came recommended by Elbrand, her honey bear, her amazing.
Great guy.
And, but upon realizing that perhaps Elbrand, though perfect, might not have known that Narnipond was actually an illusion master witch knight, she realized, oh god, maybe I shouldn't be trusting this person. I should instead trust the one who stabbed my husband when we were on the Music of the Spheres. But in any case,
I don't trust people. I'm just using them.
Things got
to any end that I can.
Yeah, to save her children. She's been very clear about that. There's no dissembling about that. She's just, I'm using you to save my kids. So the point being, Zell has his own goals with these mysteries, his own mischiefs to make. So he, Mara, and R2 belongs to Train, but I mean, whatever. This group ventured from the Slice to Utapau to the Pimbrellan Empire to the planet of Exocron in the cloud of a protostar, where they learned the secret of traveling through the cosmic force, also known as hyperspace, unaided by ships. And both Mara and Zell decided to sort of take some time and learn this complex ability, rather than attempting to simply pilot their ship outside the edge of the galaxy. With that, Mara then gathered the group together. Abrielle had their new droid Jeeves go and stare at a rock, potentially for all eternity if they don't come back. And as the group kind of held hands, Mara dug deep into the Force, pulled them into the flickering blue of hyperspace, unaided by a ship. They were sort of directed by her own sort of sense of the will of the Force and the one whom she seeks, another woman from a long time ago, actually in the case of this woman, a much longer time ago. And she took them to this planet of Exo. She then, of course, realized, oh wait, it might be hard for us to not land, but she managed to do a massive kind of telekinetic wave of Force telekinesis to sort of block their path. Zell attempted to sort of hop down in a witch teleport, but that actually, though he was unharmed by it, he spent a second in just the vacuum of intergalactic space, and was like, oh, so maybe teleporting's not the greatest idea, as he was kind of venturing out of the cosmic force into real space, and a lot of craziness there. The point being, the group are now, I believe it ended with, like, and R2 kind of bounced a bit as the rest. Basically, Mara kind of looked over, sort of winded on the ground at Abrielle and told her that she's here. She being Arden Lynn, her nemesis. You're my nemesis-sister.
I hate that.
I also hate it, but I will be saying it again many times because it's a thing. So with that, our group are winded on the sort of strange kind of like a hilly sort of grasslands. The grass appears to be blue, of course. Overhead there are like flickering blue of sort of hyperspace. It's not moving quite as fast as it does when you're in a ship, but there is sort of some movement and flicker to it, as if this planet might be, on a planetary orbit, but much slower than a ship's relative movement would be. I'll also mention... Actually, I'll let people roll things to determine that. Yes, is there a question, R2?
Yeah, advent calendar?
Guys, last night we had... I can't believe... Okay, I would have stopped the game to do it. So last night we had the first of a... So we had a Dungeon Depths tea light candle, because this, the story card about this was how this young dwarf has gone down into dungeons, but it ended with, he realizes he's not alone, so there's probably some shenanigans on this card. I don't read the story cards, but I will open whatever it is. But yeah, here's once again, here's the...
Dungeon Depths candle also smells amazing.
Oh, it smells, I mean, it is one of my favorites. It's in a 5-way tie for first with Stone Moss Chapel, and Sanctuary, and what's the Den of Thieves? I had Blackhound Tavern. I just kind of okay, 6-way tie.
The Library Sanctorium or whatever it is.
Library
Sanctorium is on my table right now, and it's one of my favorite ones.
I would not disagree with that. I'm a huge fan of that. I should probably get another one of those, but I have plenty of candles to bide me over. But tonight there is no candle. Instead, there is a D6 of this sort of matching set.
What color is it?
It's a it's like a cobalt blue, I think one would say.
Ooh.
Very nice.
They have kind of fun reflective vibe. So there's a D4 and a D6. A whole set awaits within, I've been told.
Oh, very nice.
So we've done our recap. We've done our calendar. I built, somebody gave me a TIE fighter. Mm-hmm. It's a huge TIE fighter.
Oh, yeah, if you turned in last night, the TIE fighter is now complete. It has been pulled out of space from that wreckage and been refurbished, and 600 years later now, exists in a museum.
It belongs in a
That
museum.
is a big TIE fighter.
Isn't it? It's huge.
It actually was.
Is it like a real model or is it a Lego?
It's Lego.
It is a Lego? Okay, because I was like, I couldn't tell if it was a Lego or if it was just
This is actually an older set that I believe is now discontinued. But it was one of like the old school Ultimate Collector series where it didn't have the special box, just a seal. But it's the ones that are for AFOLs, adult fans of Lego. Awfuls. But even awfuls can't apparently go to Legoland unaccompanied by a child, is what I learned today.
True.
So my dreams of going to Legoland and sitting there by myself were taken away until I just find a kid.
Is this true?
Yeah, we just looked it up.
We looked it up.
However, they do have adult nights.
But I don't want to go to an adult night at Legoland. That sounds too grim.
It's, well...
You don't want to meet people like you, Philip?
Welcome to Legoland After Dark. Forget the manuals. Prepare to freestyle some new creations.
I feel like all adult nights at Legoland is people just drinking maybe a little too much overpriced beer and trying to build Legos. That's what my hope is, anyway.
They're right.
Do you need a child to go with you? I was like, I know kids.
I honestly,
it's really weird. But
well,
that's right.
So my friend is a single man. Can he have a couple of your kids for an afternoon?
No, I don't want to say that out loud. I'm not saying that. I'm not repeating those words.
The point is, the thing that is most keeping me from going to Legoland is not childlessness, but its location in Orange County.
Oh, that's a very fair point.
Wait, it's
San
here?
Diego.
It's
San Diego.
San Diego?
Yeah, because it's in Carlsbad.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Oh.
I really thought it was. Oh, so it's not where it's not. I thought it was there with like Knott's Berry Farm.
No.
Or at Christmas.
It's way
Knott's
further
Scary
south.
Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is at Christmas time, Philip.
Or
that's
for
exactly what it is.
Not Scary Farm at Christmas. And at the summer solstice, Knott's Fairy Farm. And
I love that.
At Halloween, Knott's Dairy Farm, because the scariest thing is lactose intolerance. How are we feeling, everybody? Are we ready to start this game?
Boy, howdy.
I don't really feel prepared anymore.
Yeah.
I still just can't stop thinking about Legoland now.
So you're not how unwelcome Legoland?
Yeah, I didn't want to go before, but now that I know I can't, I want to go.
Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
we need to create a de-aging ray that can turn us into kids so we can run wild at Legoland.
I don't want to be a kid again.
Well, it's temporary, duh. Duh. Duh is one of the
We're already
funniest
on
words
our way.
anyone- Duh is one of the best words anyone ever came up with. Well, everybody, Train is not here tonight.
Hey.
In typical...
Sophia's Distracted did just let us know you get a 20% discount at adult nights at Legoland.
That's good to know.
Hey.
A 20%,
Hey,
saving money at Legoland is a very mature thing to do.
That sounds creepy. Do they also have a ladies' night? A singles night?
Legoland singles night? Is there a Legoland swingles
that
night?
Sounds grim. Now that sounds grim.
I want to go to a Legoland swingles night where you go and everybody puts like an MOC, my own creation, into a bowl. Okay, listen, everyone, enough jokes about Legoland swingles night. Let's play this game that we're all here for. In typical Train Sadie Tell fashion, Train is an absentee father this evening, so we do not have him.
He has been getting better and improving.
You did hold his hand.
I will give him
Yeah,
that.
and you squeezed it.
You squeezed his hand.
We had to hold hands to get this force
Tell me,
nonsense going.
Aubrielle, okay, like, be honest. When you held his hand, like, compared to, like, holding Elbren's hand, like, I don't know, like, what's the difference between holding their hands?
This is a weird question.
I know. Like, when you held his hand, were you like, oh my god, this really does take me back to when...
I will say Elbrand tends to like rub, like he taps 3 times a lot.
Yeah. He taps 3 words because it means 3 words. Yeah, it's
a little much.
That's the handsomest thing you ever said. Elbrand's so good.
He rubs it like a little too much, but I'm not a hand holder.
That's true. Which one
That's
is
all I'll
bigger?
say about
Never mind.
that.
Okay. So
we have found his one flaw. He likes to hold hands too much.
He's just so yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, always the right amount. Exactly the right amount.
He is more affectionate than Aubrielle is, but so is Train. She is not. She's not super.
Has Aubrielle ever considered like what it would be like? I don't know, if everyone got kind of drunk, and if Train and Elbrand, just she ever thought about it is my question.
Oh, that's a
Um,
good question.
I think she would be okay with it. Elbrand definitely would be open to whatever. Train absolutely would not.
Alvin would be. That's true. Because Alvin would be like, whatever makes you happy. That sounds fun.
He's completely open to anything. He's comfortable enough in who he is. You know. So.
What a weird start to this game.
I don't know what to say.
I felt like we had a normal trajectory, and then you brought up the calendar, and now
Yeah, that's true.
we had like our best start ever.
It started real mad with recriminations. It's 7:54. Okay, guys, let's get into it.
Oh.
Okay.
But imagine if this had happened just in the middle of the game. This is better, at least.
That's fair. So, on the ground of EXO, Aubrielle, Mara, Train, and R2. R2 kind of has skipped, he's maybe 10, 15 meters away from the others, having, kind of slid, but he's very visible, a light here and there. The light here, I would say, is, it seems kind of like it's about the level of like early-ish morning or sort of towards sunset. It is not super bright light. And there does seem to be almost a gradation to the amount of blue light coming in overhead, but you can see fairly clearly as Mara, Abrielle, and Train are sort of sitting up, as Zell is probably shaking loose the sort of broken blood vessels in his head for a moment. You all find that you are on a sort of relatively gentle hilly area. In the far distance, you can see what looks like a sort of like a mountain range of some kind. But a little bit closer, it seems that the hills you're on descend into sort of some lowlands and valleys and things like that. You have decent visibility. There doesn't really seem to be much like cloud cover at present. You're not sure if there ever is, or if it just isn't here at the time. But it's pretty clear overhead skies, and you can see for kilometers. You would imagine just a few kilometers in any direction.
I'm still just sort of face down on the ground.
I will go to try to pick him up. I'm assuming with Train.
Yeah, Train will kind of head over, and you guys can right R2.
Can I search my feelings to see if I feel Arden?
Sure. To sort of do it. Yeah, go ahead and give me a search your feelings roll.
Because I know she's here, but it's like I kind of want to just.
You can feel she's on the planet, and you're sort of wondering if there's a way to like zoom in on where she might be.
Because I know her and I've met her compared to the kid. I mean, I met the kids, but so briefly that it's like, and I'm assuming that she's with the kids.
You have a much more intense.
Oh, I got a 19.
Okay.
To start the night off, so that's a vital. No, it's not a vital. It's extreme. Yeah. I double checked.
I will say that with an extreme success, as you kind of reach out in the Force, you do feel her presence on the planet. You don't have a sense of exact location, but you can tell that she is not the only powerful presence in the Force on this planet. You can feel some other sort of areas. There actually is one that feels very close. And as you sort of
really?
like stand and take a few steps, you can look down kind of where the hills sort of fade off, and you see there are some kind of in a lowland area, there does seem to be a large structure. It's maybe a kilometer away. And you feel very strong Force presence from that, but it is certainly kind of masked and obscured. Sort of some kind of sort of smooth stone structure, very simple, but kind of has like a tall tower, sort of some extending chambers on either side. You're not sure. You feel presence there. I will say with an extreme, you don't think Arden is there, but you definitely feel there's something there, and you can feel other things, and perhaps she's even close to those, or in shadows of other Force users.
I'll like nod my head and point over to the place and ask Zell, do you feel that? There's something over there.
I'm assuming I can. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, you can make a search your feelings on that.
That is a hard success.
Hard success. You. What is the? I sense it also. I sense it too. What does Obi-Wan say?
Yes.
Yeah. I sense it too. Yes. You feel a depth to that structure. Sort of a.
Is there balance to what we feel, or is it?
That area, it is hard to tell. It does. The area feels like muted somehow, or perhaps obscured. perhaps weakened, perhaps you're not sure, but there's definitely a real vibe down there. I will say you do not feel intense unbalance. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Still. Go ahead.
It's not Auden, but it's definitely something.
Well,
I think
it
it's
sounds
worth
like.
it's worth checking out.
Yep.
Cautiously checking it out.
Can I just do a life form scanner?
Sure.
Would he have our children's like bio data or energy?
He could probably like identify them to some degree, but I mean, unless there's a ton of other human children around, but it would be more limited to his range. So unless they're really close by.
That is a 4. That is a vital success.
Vital success, R2.
Ooh.
You sense Zell, Abriel, Mara, Train nearby. Perhaps something about this place, your sensor range seems extended. Does it say what the range of your life form scanner is? Probably
No, but I think we've typically done like
kilometer or something.
Oh, I didn't even think we'd gone that far with it.
Well, then we'll say in this case you're picking stuff up that you think is maybe like over a kilometer away. Now that structure is about a kilometer away, but in other directions, kind of like throughout the hills, a kilometer or maybe even further away, you do feel a few humanoids. I'll say with a vital success, you don't believe you don't know the species. You can tell that it is not something that's like matching a species you're familiar with. Okay. They appear to be sort of humanoids.
Okay.
They're moving with. There may be other beings with them that seem sort of maybe larger and less advanced.
Okay.
I'm assuming that Train is translating that for me.
Yeah, sure. That's yes.
Okay.
So, you have those kind of someone off in that direction. You have this strong presence in the valley below. It seems that Zell and Mara are advocating going to investigate that area. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Understood. Then as you guys kind of begin, R2, you can do your little hover over the grasslands as you head down into the valley. And you soon find yourselves, it's a kilometer away, doesn't take that long. You soon find yourselves approaching this kind of smooth stone structure. It looks... I'll tell you what, Zell, why don't you give me a lore roll?
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
That is a hard success.
I will say, for Zell, with a hard success, I feel like I say the phrase, I will say a lot. So I hear my verbal tick. But with a hard success, you feel that the structure is somewhat evocative of almost like a simplified version of certain ancient architectural styles. Not dissimilar from an order called Pius Dea.
Oh.
Which was from 11,000 years ago, this like religious order that sort of took control of the Galactic Republic for almost 1,000 years and kind of had these cathedral ships. This does not look like a cathedral ship, but it evokes kind of the way there's like towers and it evokes the shape of those while being very smooth, clean stone, very geometric. But the layout of it feels, there's a few little touches where you're like, but it's you really feel it's evoking.
Seems like people have been here for a while now. With this coming from Day at times.
Well, let's go take a look.
All right. You all approach. There is kind of like as you get out of the grasslands, once you sort of get closer, there actually is a well-paved walk leading sort of this same smooth stone just on the ground leading up to the structure. With those of you with higher sort of look scores, does anybody here have as a knowledge skill or a knowledge talent like decent sciences? Let's throw that out there. It may not be a thing anyone took, but let's just see.
I got 10.
You got 10. Cool. Yeah, I feel like that's what most of you will probably have in terms of science.
Yeah.
Then
I
I'm
have
the
30.
39.
Wow, R2 is blowing you out of the water. R2, throw a science roll on this as you sort of see this all. It's not a.
That's a 5.
That would be, well, that's an extreme then.
That's an extreme. Yeah.
So R2, as you sort of begin to look at the structure, maybe the others are walking and you're hovering, or at this point rolling because it's nice, smooth.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity.
You kind of, I think we'll even say it is maybe off of what Zell just said. There seems to be almost no signs of weathering, erosion at all. This looks very new. This structure looks extremely sort of new and clean, and you would suspect, just based on kind of what you'd look for like aging stuff or things. This seems like a recent build.
I'll, with my like utility arm, gesturing at like the smooth, like perfect stone, just like.
It is really funny that no one can understand you.
None of us can.
Yeah. No one here can speak. Well, Train can. Okay, fine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Train will. I'll say you're trying to explain something a little more complex to Train, but I'm not going to make you roll and explain because that would be mean. But we'll say that he kind of with your vital, you're able to express it so cleanly that Train will sort of stop and say, "Wait, Bizzetto. I mean, R2 thinks that he thinks this building's not old, Zell. He thinks it's really new."
You're muted.
But this order has been gone for some time now.
I'm just telling you what the droid said. I don't know. Are our kids in there? That's all I really care about.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it could have been built in honor of the past or what have you.
Nobody was very fond of those characters.
Well, history repeats itself, so. And if they weren't very favorable and our kids are in there, then we better get going, huh?
I don't think your kids are in here, but something else sure is.
Might be answers that could help us find them,
So,
if anything.
ahead of you, the structure seems to open with a large arched doorway, sort of carved in the stone, leading into some kind of chamber within. From here, with it seems darker in there, but not pitch black. There are some windows so light gets in, and perhaps there are other means of illumination inside.
Are there any other life forms in here? Except for the one?
R2, what you can do another scanner now that you're super close. That seems certainly reasonable.
Hard success.
Hard success. There do actually appear to be a couple of rather small life forms. Small humanoid. Give me a... This will be miscellany.
Miscellany?
Give me a miscellany, yeah.
failure.
You are unaware. Perhaps it's some other species you don't know. It genuinely just might be a species you don't know. Yeah, but you're not sure who's in there.
Okay, well, if we're gonna go in, we're gonna go in. Zell, why don't you lead the way?
We should do this more stealthily. Can
I can stop then. I'm good at being stealthy if you need it.
Go for it.
Sorry, unless you wanted to do something witch nighty and cool and magical. I don't know.
I don't know how well that's going to work here, but...
Oh, that's fair. That makes sense. All right, I will try to sneak in and take a peruse around and see what I can find.
Excellent. Let's do a sneak roll. Super sneak, super sneak. She's super sneaky.
I would like to spend a force point and re-roll that.
Perfect. Oh, and reset your force points, of course.
I did.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, I did not, but I will now because, yeah. All right. Ah, that still is not the correct number. And now it's like under pressure, like it's happening. I'm like, oh no. Ah, much better. That's a 17. So that's just a hard success.
Hard success, great.
Ooh, but I'm so close to an extreme.
You are close to an extreme. I'll actually tell you. Just I shouldn't give hints. As you begin sneaking in with that hard success, you don't get the sense of this place being extremely monitored or you're not coming on a sentry or anything. So you think a hard success is probably good enough to just kind of, sort of get slightly into the room. This does seem to be some kind of temple space of some kind, some sort of spiritual area. You notice that there are two beings towards the left side of the chamber, in a little sort of like a vestibule or near a tabernacle or something. They are hovering, very slight in size. They look almost doll-like, and they are glowing with blue light. Mara, would you give me a... God, tell you what, give me a luck roll.
Just a luck roll?
Straight up luck. Let's just see. Oh, no, lore. Your lore and luck. Yeah, do a lore. Lore's closer to it.
I got a 7.
A 7 will be an
Nice.
extreme for you, so that will be good enough for this. These remind you...
It was on the edge. It did that slow turn of the die where it went from 60 to 0-0.
That's 6 that is the difference between success and failure. I would say as you look at...
Yeah, that's an extreme success.
An extreme success. You look at these
extreme,
beings,
it's 10.
and you are reminded of a legendary species that the Emperor mentioned to you from very ancient times. He did not often talk to you about the Sith or their powers. He kind of, was more just, measured in his training and sort of was just using you as a tool and making you learn things that were more sort of specifically applicable. However, he did once tell you of Darth Perverse and the Yalasar. Darth Perverse was a Dark Lord of the Sith who was so powerful that she created a species, a sentient, living species, through nothing but the power of the dark side. And these beings that you see hovering are precisely how the Emperor described them.
Cool. I'm going to lightly sneak back to my friends.
Understood.
Just be like, I know what's in here. I know what's going on, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly sneak back.
I'll also mention, however, Mara, now that you're in the room, as you sneak back. No roll required with your 108. What's your searcher feelings right now?
It's 109.
I'm so sorry. Those Yalasar, they are not the source of the force power you feel here.
Ooh, okay.
That is ahead into the chamber.
That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my friend Anita. And I'm just gonna say it's a temple. And there are these very old creatures that were developed by a Sith Lord in the temple. And that is not the source of the force that I'm feeling. That is further in. But I do not feel comfortable going much further without you all.
Are these creatures dangerous?
Would I know if they're dangerous? If I knew all that?
It was more the nature of their creation was such a power. That was the point of the story. You don't know anything about them, their powers, other than that they hover and glow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know that much. I just know that they were created by the power of the Sith and the dark side. But they hover and they glow. They're not exuding force from them. Whatever we feel, Zell, is further in. And it's a temple. Abrielle, do you want to continue here, or do you want us to go somewhere else?
Yes, I do. I'm just astonished that Zell is quiet for once. And I'll just stomp by him.
Are you just walking in?
Sure.
All right.
Well, stomping stealthily, like
the stealthy stomp.
Stealth stomp.
Yes.
Like an angry.
Like I'm not trying to draw attention to myself from the inside, but I am just
okay.
Exasperated.
Train will certainly follow you. Mara, Zell, R2.
We'll follow in stealthily.
All right. As you all enter the chamber, you're trying to be somewhat quiet. I'll tell you what, I'll roll for them rather than for you guys. I rolled a 10. So as your sort of group kind of just like walks in, I mean, she did say stomp, so there's some degree of and R2, there has to be like a sound as the hover goes. You notice the blue light beginning to sort of glow, and one of these beings floats out of the vestibule, sort of toward you all. Kind of like down a column that is your sort of in like a main entryway, and just says, "All are welcome. You are not XONs."
No. But have you seen smaller versions of me and him?
Of humans?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
But all are welcome in the tomb.
Wonderful.
Have you come to pay respects or to look upon the one interred here?
The one interred here? Who?
The tomb?
Yes.
Come to pay our respects.
Gestures further ahead.
Why are you doing this?
Towards the gestures further ahead, sort of deeper into sort of this chamber, and it is towards, like, Mara and Zell, you both feel like you feel presence at the end.
Shall we?
And I'll look at Mara and just go, shall we? Yes, we are here to pay our respects, and I'll like nudge Train.
All right. So, quiet footsteps. R2, are you hovering or rolling at this point? It is all paved, sort of smooth, flat stone.
I'll say like now that like we are welcomed in, I'll roll.
Okay. So kind of just you roll sort of footsteps, very echoey in here. As you all approach, kind of clearing the midpoint of this, you see a massive tower sort of extending up above. Ahead of you, that's when you see a coffin. Clear, likely made of transparent steel. Zell and Mara, there's power here, but muted. Something is wrong. It doesn't feel out of balance, but it feels
perverse, maybe
somehow. No. So you walk forward, and you see in a tomb, in this, or at the kind of center of this tomb, a glass coffin, within which lies a human man, incredibly emaciated, incredibly old and withered and wizened, long, kind of white strips of hair, a very fine raiment on his body, his hands sort of crossed over his chest. His clothing is old. Unlike the structure, it seems like it would be fitting in a more pious day, like cathedral ship or something. Very fine.
Do I recognize? Oh, you go ahead, so.
Or is there like a name?
There is no name. Zell?
I was going to ask that.
Do I recognize the clothing or anything about this person? Is it like from my time?
You could do a history roll. It looks older than your time, but do a history roll.
Older than my time? Okay. Sure, I'll do a history. Why not? Oh, it's a 51.
It's
not worth it to me.
It's just old. It's Old Republic. Yeah. You don't know. It's old.
Okay.
Is the Yalisar with us?
The Yalisar did not come with you, but it's not far. You could sort of,
Can I look around and see if there's anything that catches my
eye? Sure. Make a look roll.
That is a 43, which is a hard success.
Hard success. Oh wow, you're really good. Hey,
I'm a looker.
What's cooking good? Looking okay. So you all, as you look around the chamber, I'm just gonna see if Dan has a language, because otherwise this is gonna be a short game. It appears to. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think it's not a good joke. Continue.
You look around, Gabrielle, and the thing you notice is that when you look directly up at the ceiling, there is something written in High Galactic. An alphabet you all recognize very well, because it is our own. And it's the source of things like X-Wings, A-Wings, B-Wings. But a language you do not speak.
R2. Can you analyze that?
Can I analyze that?
I'll say that
it's not a language I know.
It is not a language you know, but actually, one trained Sadie-Tel does speak High Galactic.
Oh.
And
never mind.
He looks up. He looks up at the ceiling, and he will sort of translate for you, written on the ceiling, directly over this coffin. It simply reads, "Despair, for I have won."
That's ominous. Well,
Is that like a saying that we'd recognize from?
I'll let you make a lore roll to see if you recognize the saying.
That is a success.
You with a success with a normal success, then with a normal amount of confidence, you don't believe that's something you've ever heard. You don't think that's a significant turn. That must be a custom piece. Where's everyone? Where's everyone standing? I will say that Abriel and Train have probably gone like behind the head, kind of looking up to see.
Yeah,
this
wherever
message.
would be the best view.
R2, you're back with them. Mara and Zell, where are you?
I'm like in front of the casket,
Okay.
not super good, like just in front because I was looking at it, trying to see like if I could discern any like things about the history of it. But
Sure.
But on the back a little bit, but also
Kind of where Abriel and Train are. Okay.
maybe on the other side from them.
Okay, sure. As you sort of look around for a moment.
It's a trap.
Mara, from your position, you see the eyes of the being in the casket open.
oh no, I hate that. I'm just
Make a psychology roll.
okay. Psychology. Where is that underneath?
Under mental.
Again? Under mental.
On the first column, yeah.
Sure, I'll spend a force point to re-roll that.
Okay.
I got a 74. And
Ah.
I'll spend a force point.
Understood. Give it a
Just
try.
to see, just to see, you know.
See if you have a 5. It's just a vibe check.
Oh no, that's a 94. So
94.
that
boy.
those dice are going in the dice jail.
Understood. You cannot. It's you're just too shocked by seeing this ancient eyes open, and you can see the lips are almost moving slightly.
Everyone back away. And then I'm slowly, if I can, I'm going to take a few steps back.
Go ahead, Zell.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Abriel.
Oh, Alex instinctively, because I have more military instincts, I'll like push Train and
Okay.
step back
You guys
as well.
sort of push a little deeper into the thing. I'll say, Abriel, with your vision, with your look roll, like just seeing what she's looking at, even with any like reflections atop the glass or whatever, you can tell that the being inside is there's eyes open and mouth moving. Yes.
I will have my hand on my glow saber then
Okay.
as well.
Can I reach out in the force to it?
Make a clairvoyance roll.
Ah!
That ain't my specialty. You go for it.
I'm not very good at this either.
It's not.
You're probably better at it than me.
It's not one any. I've never had a person invest in it, but
I actually thought about switching that early, but
yeah. Get it.
That's a fail re-roll.
Try reroll. Come on.
Yeah.
You got it.
That's a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that for you
Don't
would
talk
be
to dead people.
That's an extreme success for you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So you
Oh man, your clairvoyance is low.
and so Zell, with your extreme kind of like reaching out for this being, one, you can tell that whatever case it is in is largely cutting it off from and containing it against the Force. It is being sort of sequestered there. Nevertheless, with a Hard, its power seems so high and it seems so desperate. You're not sure that you can communicate with it, but it is reaching out for you, and it is saying something somewhat expected. It is the voice that you hear in your head. You'd hear it as this. It says,
"Give me life and free me."
Knew it.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
He wants us to let him out of the box.
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, no, not worth it.
Can I,
You fuck, says Abrielle.
can do like a psychology on this thing to see if it
You may.
means us?
You may. I'm gonna
That
say
is
go ahead. Yeah, that's roll.
a 52. So a hard success.
Hard success. Wow.
With a 52?
Yeah, he's
That 104.
yeah, he's a perceptive, psychologically perceptive guy. You know how Mara took the one that makes her jump real high?
Uh-huh.
He took the one that makes him, yeah, he gets to add his Force stuff to that. So, well, Zell, I'm gonna say with a Hard. You sense what used to be called the light side of the Force. You sense a being who has not given in to anger. Being who has tried to resist the despair that is being sort of hoisted upon him.
I think we should let him out.
Why?
He is of the light.
That means nothing to me.
From my experience, that means there won't be any ill will for us.
In regard to like the light side and the dark side, how much would Abrielle know?
Make a lore roll, but I mean, you get the gist of it.
Okay. Nope. Wait. Nope. Fail. But I still get the gist of it.
I mean, there were the light ones.
Light side good, dark side bad.
Probably, and something about Ashla Bogan, something. You don't care. Balance, unbalance, whatever.
Okay.
It sounds like Zell saying he's a good guy, but you don't know any further than that.
That seems like a terrible idea. Unless, no.
I mean, seeing what Arden can do and knowing she's here, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
How do you know he'd be on our side? I mean, he's in whatever this is. Is this holding him or is this a resting place? What is this?
It's holding him.
It's holding him. I can agree.
Okay. And, so
At
who
this
do we
point,
think wrote that?
Mara. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Can I just open it?
You can reach to open it, but it is not like it does not appear to have any means of easy access. However, as your hand goes to it, you all hear as these two tendrils from the creature's cheeks kind of like contact the sort of transparent steel or this case almost instinctively as life comes closer to it.
Oh. I'm assuming do we know what that is? What species that is? I'm assuming not.
Yeah, you can roll a miscellany on that, sure. Miscellany.
No.
That's so harsh, Philip.
Oh, it's just what's going on. You guys didn't know. Now some luminous beings and some crude matter, they might know. They might know. And weirdly, Ray would know based on one shot we did.
That's right.
But you were BB-8 in that, right? Not R2?
Yeah,
That sucks. BB-8.
Can I
Wait,
look for a way to...
no, I was
Open it.
R2.
You were R2. Well, this guy
Yeah.
doesn't look anything like he looked like then.
Sure.
But if he sucks a bunch of life out of people, you'll recognize him. Yes, go ahead, Zell.
Can I see if there's a way to open it?
Sure, make a look roll.
11. So I will spend 1 luck to make that an extreme.
The case seems extremely... It seems like bound by the Force, rather than by any mechanical. Though it is transparent steel, basically, to, like, keep him within it. It seems to be sort of a coffin that has, like, a solid sort of box that was then surrounded by a layer of Force power.
Mara, I think it's going to be up to us to open it.
I don't know if I want to open it. Why should I open it?
Can you beat Arden? And whatever else is here?
But who is it?
Certainly doesn't seem to be a friend of theirs if they've imprisoned him.
Okay, so let's say we do release him.
Uh-huh.
We're surrounded by the people imprisoning him.
Uh-huh.
Hello, logic. They will come after us. We will draw attention to ourselves.
I think we already did with your stomping.
I swear, no, we are not doing this.
Can I search my feelings and see if I can get a sense from this person? If I know who they are?
You can make a search your feelings roll, certainly. I think without the clairvoyant connection, you're sort of... It's go ahead and make a search your feelings.
This is difficult because I, Lauren, want him to be released. Abriel does not.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna spend a force point to have a bonus on
Ooh,
it,
nice.
just off of that.
Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
And I rolled 2 10s. So that's a 13 total.
13.
So that's a extreme success.
Extreme success. The sort of almost like psychic or like direct communication that Zell had because of the clairvoyance, you're unable to sort of recreate that, but you do sense, kind of now that you kind of understand the context, that there is incredible power held, like being bound, but even bound, it's sort of elements of it are sort of suffusing out. It is so muted, it's hard for you to tell sort of absolute intent or sort of anything deep about the nature, but you definitely you sense a more animalistic hunger rather than like rage or anger. You sense something where it's like this being needs life and needs to get out of here. It is being sort of starved in some strange way, but you don't sense like ill intent, but you certainly sense perhaps danger and power.
Danger from him?
Sure.
Or danger from around us?
From it could be dangerous to open this thing for sure.
Cool. I'll nod at Zell and then raise my hands and be like, telekinesis. And then I'll just try to, and I nod at Zell to join me.
All right.
And can we joint, like, try and telekinesis the casket open?
Sure.
Maybe?
That's a fun, yeah, that's like a force. Yeah, I'm into it. Go ahead.
If you want to join me, Zell, I don't know if you want to.
I will say the following to both of you. You are using telekinesis now. That is a power that I know Mara is pretty good at. Zell is, you're decent at it. If either of you would like to expend force points in the doing of this, kind of almost as if like not on, you know, extra dice, this, that, or whatever, but just like to supercharge this attempt, you are sort of welcome to, as if you would expend force points for other, you know, purposes. But you certainly don't have to.
Before we do this, precautions. And can I beckon for Abrielle and R2 and Train to come by us?
Okay, sure.
No, you're on your own.
This is for your own good.
It's power. We need power. We can't. I checked.
I don't
Not
have
yourself.
power. I have a cripping glow saber and a vibro dagger. This is my power.
I'm saying it's power that can assist us. We're going to need it.
Just if you could come closer,
I'm
you could be
not
behind us.
getting near you. I'll go near Mara though. And
So-
I'll grab Trey and make him go near Mara.
All right, so you are both
Can
standing.
I do an illusion to hide us?
You may. You can spend a force point and sort of create a sort of a certain degree of masking illusion. That is absolutely fine. Ooh, yes,
And then
that can affect
put
things.
a new,
So roll.
put a fake one on the other side of the room.
So basically, put a fake cluster of all of you on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, like on the other side of the coffin, or like really far away.
Yeah.
Other than the
Yeah.
coffin, great.
On the other side of the coffin.
Go ahead and roll that for me. Tell me your degree of success.
That is an 8.
Okay, so good. So good.
I
So
will
that's
say-
extreme, I think. Yes, Aubrey.
Zell, I promise you, if you make me do anything weird, I will kill you.
I could just not hide you.
Got a point.
You're supposed to be on my side, Mara.
I am, but I'm just saying he does have a point. Like,
Zell,
he could not hide you.
Zell, I think you have to spend 2 force points for this. I'll let you keep the one roll for both, but you're both hiding yourselves and doing an illusion, so that's double. That's a double deal.
Yep.
Okay, cool. But so you guys are now hidden behind a thing, and it was an 8. So I mean, there's no way these fucking Yalasar don't know shit. All right, so go ahead and.
I spending 1 force point, but
Okay.
I to help with the force of
So you're-
this.
You're gonna expend an extra force point. Okay, Zell, are you giving any more force
Yeah.
points into this?
Yeah, I'll do one as well.
Okay, so 2 force points. Okay, great.
And then I automatically get a bonus on telekinesis.
You do.
So
Okay, so you both spent 2. Okay, so that's good. Okay.
All right. That is a hard 6. No, I will use 8 points to make it a hard success.
8 luck points to make a hard success. Okay.
I just got a hard success. I got a 42, and I'm not close enough to the extreme to spend.
Understood.
I mean, I would spend I was in like 28 luck points to make it an extreme. I don't want to do that.
Excellent. No, you're great, and and I know it's limited stuff. So, the two of you put a great deal of focus and energy into trying to basically use the force to move the force, to sort of spread apart. You have not succeeded, but you've gotten in range. So now I get to try one other thing. Because you need 10 full degrees. Every force point spent to do this is 1, and then every degree of success is 2. So the two of you together have gotten us to 6. But you need 10 to open. However, if you can get it above 5, the guy inside can try as well. So, I'm now going to roll that. Unfortunately, he has 2 penalties on account of how old he is, and he has no force points he may spend. But his
Meanwhile,
his
Abrielle and Train are holding hands in the illusion.
aw.
Fine. I don't care.
Is it this kind of holding hands or this kind of holding hands?
It's a very good handhold.
Entwined.
Yeah.
Is it entwined?
That is
Yeah.
rough. He manages to get he rolls an 86, which is a hard success for him. But unfortunately is not that, so that gives him 2 more. So he's at 8, he's 2 shy. But as you guys reach out and you feel him reaching out from within, like you see kind of like a shimmering over the thing as you've tried to shift it, but it stays in place. And the Yalasar kind of flutter over to the group of you standing on the far side. Sort of, and you hear a voice sort of saying from within your illusion,
oh no, you are only meant to taunt the being in the tomb. You're not meant to. What is this you're attempting?
and the illusions are just kind of, looking at them or whatever, and they're sort of confused.
And one of them's kind of going over to the coffin and saying, I don't know. I think it might be weaker, or it might have been slightly weakened. I'm not sure.
But there's a sort of like they seem kind of,
This is a bad situation. I don't know.
and they seem kind of like nervous, and they're kind of like confused that neither of you are talking, or none of you are talking.
I'm just gonna say, Zal.
Oh.
I'll make the illusions say that we don't know what's happening.
Okay, I understand. The illusions claim ignorance. Who here has a listen of like 77 or higher? Anybody?
Oh,
What do you have, Abrielle?
75.
Oh, then that's sure. Okay, holy lord. No quibbles on this point. So, Abrielle, you hear a kind of like in the distance, kind of just amidst this, you hear like a little like noise of some kind, some sort of like, and you hear this voice calling out, sort of like this sort of small voice, but it carries very resonantly, kind of from the front of this temple where you entered.
Oh, restless, are we? Attempting to escape. Ooh. Felt it, I have.
And you hear kind of some sort of soft footsteps, and all of you from within the illusion, you notice this being who reminds you all of an entity, perhaps known from lore, called Yoda. This green-skinned, long-eared creature with 3 fingers and 3 toes as she's just kind of moving forward, kind of into the room, kind of heading towards the thing. She kind of looks at the illusory group of you there and just continues on to the thing, and kind of with kind of a very deft jump just lands atop the coffin. And
Do I get a sense that she can see us?
make a psychology roll.
Actually, pretty high. 89, which is a regular success.
You're two just confused. You're two just like,
Okay.
please don't let us be seen. You're not sure.
I am like holding my breath and holding still, even though like if somebody can see through this, I'm like right there.
Hasn't looked at any of you. The Yalasar are like saying like,
Forgive us, we were unable.
just she's like,
Worry not.
she leaps up on top of it and kind of walks across and looks down at this being and says,
Escape, did you, Writhe? Very close. But
she just points up at the ceiling.
no assistance you will get. No further.
She kind of waves her hands.
No!
And the thing seems to just recharge itself with its power.
You can't try again.
You wanted to try while she was doing that?
Yeah, I did. That's why I said Zell's
We wanted to,
name
like, double
earlier,
down.
too.
You guys want to double
Like,
down?
When I said Zell's name earlier, I was trying to be like, Zell, let's do it again.
All
like,
right.
That was me trying to be like, Zell, do it again.
Okay. We'll let this play out. Go ahead and do telekinesis rolls again. Go ahead and give that a shot.
We spend again.
You may spend again. I would almost urge. You're rolling against a strong person here. I mean,
No, I'm not.
Here's the thing. All you've got to do is get through 2, and she's kind of like,
I
it's going to be
know.
sort of a counterspell style thing. But I wouldn't use force points to try it. I would just do it as a.
Yeah, because I was trying to be like, Zell, like, we gotta do it again. So.
Sure. Give it a shot.
That is an extreme.
Extreme.
1 luck point to make an extreme.
Extreme?
I am going.
How many luck points would it be to? What do I need for vital on a 66?
You would need a 3.
All right, so I'll spend the 11 then
Okay. Mara, what do
to
we
make
got?
it
A hard success. I'm gonna spend the 21 luck to make it an extreme.
They're burning it here, guys. This isn't
I'm
even the
gonna
big
do
fight.
it. I want to do it.
Okay, cool.
I want to spend the luck. I'm gonna spend the luck.
So you're
and
going to
make it-
extreme,
and
you're going
make
to
it-
vital.
Yep.
Okay, so you two are pushing through. So we'll say as this creature begins to like resummon it, you two sort of go. And as you do, you see her just kind of like raise a hand in your direction. But you are both pumping a lot of sort of power and luck and just pushing. I'll probably say, Zell, at this point, your illusions are both gone. It's just all your focus is on this. Okay. Well, let's see how she does. So it's... Oh, God. Okay. So it is... So it's extreme and vital. So that's
Yep.
7. Okay. So what you need from me, she gets 4 bonuses on all her use of force, or on her sort of just attempt to counteract your force. She does have a 500 in this.
Jesus.
But because there's 7, I'm going to need to get to like, I'll need a pretty high, I'll need, I'll still need a 20th of 500, which is what? I would need a vital to sort of counteract it to the point. I need a 25 or lower.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I never know.
It is
I think it's bad.
Okay.
Dexter, bring us
I'll
luck.
phrase it like this, friends.
Oh no.
I rolled the
Oh, no.
lowest as a 20. And this here, bad die for this, is the number.
6.
It's a 6.
Okay. So that means she prevents, with the thing, you guys were doing another 7. She manages to prevent 5, but 2 go through. And as you sort of raise the hand, she attempts to, wow, this is great. She was about to be so polite and be like, good try and stuff. Now, game's changed considerably. So, but Mara and Zell push on. All right. And as she kind of like does this, you sort of feel like the telekinesis. She doesn't move at all, but the remaining energy seems to like dissipate. And she sort of looks at you with like surprise for a moment. As the being within, I'll give him a. You know what? This is a combat sequence, everyone. So everyone decide what you're going to do in this combat sequence.
Well, first when she looks at us surprised, we're gonna wink at her.
Okay. The two of you together, putting everything you have, spending so many luck points. So, okay, and you just overcome what she was doing, and she's like, and she sort of looks and Mara winks. Perfect. Okay. So, what does everyone want to do in today's, holy smokes, combat sequence with Quag?
I do not want to be involved.
Okay.
At all. Like, can I assess
if you want to not involve, yes, I mean, it's run. That's one of the things. If what you want to do is simply,
I wasn't sure if we were trapped inside.
I mean, you guys are behind the casket, but you could like run around it. If what you want to do is just run, that is one of the sort of least penalized things in the game. It's like that, like to just simply escape is always an option.
Well, I know that, but I wasn't sure in this specific situation if I could.
You can get around. Okay, I mean, this is a Force user who might be able to stop you or throw you or whatever. But yeah, you can definitely run for it for sure.
I do want to grab Train.
Will say, and NPC Dan will run for sure. He'll either walk into a wall or if you tell him to, he'll run. That's fine. NPC, yeah. Okay. R2, what are you gonna do? Mara and Zell. Different question. I have a suspicion that Abrielle, R2, and Train are probably going to do one kind of thing, and Mara and Zell will be doing a different kind of thing.
I don't know what to do right now. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to be ready to sort of activate my hover thing to sort of dodge out of the way of attacks if they come.
Understood. Sort of a dodge situation. Are you, if you see Abrielle and Train running, would you sort of go with them, or you'll just kind of, you're just incurrently defensive?
At this moment, I am not sure what to do between staying with them and going with them.
Perfect. Mara.
I'm gonna nod at Zell, and then I'm just gonna take out my lightsaber. And I would like to, I want to attack, like jump and attack whoever it is, 'cause I don't know who it is.
Yeah, sure.
But for flavor, because that's me, I always have to add something with flavor. Because I jumped so high, because I'm assuming it's not super high. Well, tell me if this is possible.
it's a cathedral-like thing. You can jump. You can do a high jump.
So what I would like to do for flavor is jump with my lightsaber lit in my hand.
Okay.
I want to, as I like jump and like flip in the air or whatever, I want to cross the word despair out on the ceiling.
Ooh, baller.
And then fall down on her.
To make an attack.
To make an attack. But as I make an attack, I want to jump up and then cross that word out. Because she made a point to tell the guy in there, remember those words above. And it's Old Republic words, so I just want to fuck it up.
Understood.
I want to fuck up the temple.
Zell, what is your plan?
We'll take out the saber.
Okay.
I'm not. Can I make an illusion of the guy, like jumping out of the thing?
You can. Give me. It's not really what it is, but let's just do it anyway. I'm gonna have you make a free calculate roll. That's not something you're great at. Hold on. Give me a psychology. It'll be you'll need a damn good psychology on this, but just throw that
at
out.
A hard success.
Hard success. Yeah, you can do that.
Uh-oh. Sure. Okay. We'll do it because that's what. And then prepare to block.
Understood. So you're going to do a block and a thing. Okay, great. So order I'd like this in. Abrielle, could you please make a run roll? R2, could you make a dodge roll? Those of you just taking the pure defensive matters.
Fail.
You fail to run.
I did.
Okay. I'm just gonna say trains with you.
Wait, actually, can I use a force point?
Yeah, you probably should, because you probably have a lot. Because these force users, they're just burning them. But you should make some use when it's important, like now.
17.
What is that?
That is a hard success.
Hard success.
No. Yes.
Great. Awesome. So you basically you book it. You're pulling train along. You guys are sort of getting out of there. As you begin to run, it doesn't seem like the being seems completely she seems shocked by what happened, but now attention is below on this creature who's just been sort of loosed. R2, how'd you do for your dodge?
Spent a force point to reroll hard success.
So if anything comes your way, you're at a hard success. Okay, so Abrielle and R2 are both at hard. Okay, the next sort of speed of a thing is Zell, because yours sort of happens at the speed of thought or whatever. So you're creating an illusion of the guy within attacking Quag?
No, just like jumping out of it to distract her.
Understood. So please go ahead and roll that illusion. Then I'll just be a fucking dick. I'm not a good guy. It's fine.
With the penalty because of the block?
With a penalty because of the block. That's a good point.
That is a hard success.
Hard success. Great. Okay, so I'm a jerk, but I did try to let you roll to see the whatever stuff. Here's the thing. I'm going to use a D&D term so some of the other people might get where we're coming from. In D&D, there's this thing called true sight, right? Where some certain powerful entities, they're kind of like, they just, if you're invisible, they still see you, etc., etc. You suspect the way that this thing rises up and Quag's eyes don't move from the real one, that Quag is not even, like illusions is not a way you can defeat this individual.
Figured as much.
Other individuals, for sure. I'll go ahead and spoiler alert, you can illusion Ardenlin in the face all you want. That's fine. Ardenlin's got a lot of force points, so she can take a lot in the face. This sentence got bad. The point is, you suspect that Quag's illusory abilities are a bit outside of that. So, you do that, and then go ahead and give me your dodge roll with the one penalty.
The block.
The block roll, rather. So, kind of, we have some defensive. And then Mara.
Success.
A success. Okay, Mara, you can jump you can jump for free. Here's what I want to do. Give me your lightsaber roll.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm trying to think of the way to, I understand that how important is it to you to block out the despair? Like, do you really want to, like, land that for sure? Like, do you want to guarantee that works?
Yeah, like, I want it to, like, be, like, an intimidation, like, I'm trying to fuck with you, kind of. So if it's not perfect, it's not perfect, but, like...
Understood. Okay, in that case, just make your lightsaber roll.
Because it's one of those things where it's like, I'm just trying to mess with you, and I'm trying to mess with the, like, enemy's mind and be like, I'm just being annoying and destroying your temple, because that's what I want to do. I got a 46, which is just a regular success.
A 46. Oh my god, Quag, are you kidding me? Regular success. Okay, wonderful. Wow. Okay, Lord Ryth, guys. Lowest was or highest rather. He rolled a 12 and a 23, a 22 and a 32. So
Some
Lord Ryth. So basically, Mara, you leap up. You're sort of flying through the air. You cut out a lot of the word despair. It now kind of says despy. And there's kind of, the OS is whatever, but you're like, you're going through, and as you're sort of going down for Quag, it's a sort of a hard success to hit, but as you're landing there, trying to taking your swipe, the Durasteel box just like explodes open. Kind of like sending these sort of like shards and such. Okay, R2, you had a hard. So you avoid without any issues. Zell, your block was also a hard?
Regular.
Regular. So Zell, you can deteriorate one condition, or you can make the armor roll if you'd rather. So basically, you're having one condition come at you. Why don't you do an armor? Make an armor roll.
I'll use 6 luck to succeed.
Okay, cool. So basically, your subtle armor kind of takes the brunt of it. You know, you maybe have a cut here or there, but you're mostly fine. Mara, fun thing for you is that Quag's own defensive shield is blocking what would be hitting you, and Abriel, you and Train have moved fast enough to get out of the way already as this thing sort of explodes. And Writhe is rising up, you know, sort of this style. Kind of like hands going out, but he's so emaciated and like he looks sort of crazy. You land and hit Quag. Make a luck roll for me, Mara, because I'd love for you guys to have some degree of whatever here.
Because I took my luck down by 20, but I got a 34, so that's a regular success on luck.
A 34. A regular success. Okay. Quag, you are killing me right now. When I give someone a 500, I expect them to be rolling things where just like casual. I'm looking for some casual vitals here, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so the point is, Quag, based on rolls, kind of can't, because of the 500, sort of can't roll lower than, you know, like an extreme. So Quag is able to kind of just like pretty trivially block what you're doing. But I'll say that you sort of, I'm going to give the luck of that. As you land, Quag is just, you know, like there's just a split second of a block. And before Quag is able to attack Writhe has already, like, with that 32, managed to do that and just kind of like is like scrambling like past Quag, sort of to get out of here. So as everyone's running and Quag is just sort of like distracted by the whatever stuff, and honestly, Quag is just so blown away by the fact that you all sort of did what you did. Writhe kind of disappears into the shadows. This combat sequence sort of ends here for a moment. As Mara, you're sort of there. You swiped at Quag, and it was like Quag just instinctively, it just like didn't even come anywhere near her. And so you kind of land probably next to the sort of the casket on you broken Durasteel crunching. Abriel and Train, you guys are like halfway out of the thing. Zell, you're there having.
I do have a question. Would we have heard that like stuff kind of like stopped?
I'll say you guys can like stop like at the door and look back to see what's going on. But it's there's still kind of like noise and tumult and shouting Yalasar. For sure.
Okay, I will. Oh, sorry. Can I do something?
Let me just get everyone to where it is. Also, Zell, I made a mistake. Since you were blocking, that does deteriorate the number of conditions you go down by 1. So give yourself back those force points. Sorry about that. You did not need to spend force points to succeed at the armor, because you would have already blocked. So apologies. R2, you're just kind of like, you know, spinning around, and sort of Quag is kind of looking from Mara to Zell. And just saying, a goal of yours was this, to free this one.
He asked to be freed.
Ah, so not why you've come.
No.
Impressive. Many things.
Likewise.
Many things teach you I could. You guys hear a blood-curdling scream from a Yalasar. As Lord Writhe, 2 tentacles into the Yalasar, like draining her, kind of like thunk, 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 as the Yalasar sort of falls down, and Writhe is now looking just a little bit more, you know, present. Still very aged, and Quag says,
Friend of yours?
Free of your box, you are, my lord. But much weakened you are. Allies you have found. Brave souls who have assisted me in my time of need. The same I will do for them when the strength has returned to me, teacher. Kind. Always kind. Lord, write this. Always kind. Prepared to die, are you? Always. And you, kind of turning to Mara, prepared to die?
Always.
Rather die than learn, you would. Rather die than powers to unlock, secrets to uncover.
I wasn't planning on dying.
Abrielle, kind of as this is going on, you're at the door. You can do something for sure.
I was going to say, well, like once we hear things kind of like settled, that I wanted to like push Train against the wall and like be listening and like trying to like not sneak back into the room, but just like figure out what's going on.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're overhearing all this. No role required. You guys are.
I also don't want her to look at me. She's a force, whatever. I know. I'm not stupid.
Well, I just want to know if you two like make out so it's cover so people ignore you.
No, that's like a movie thing. It's like, oh my god, we'll pretend to kiss.
No, we're not
Totally what's
little
happening.
images. We're no.
So, Quag is
No,
sort
to
of...
be okay. Push him against the wall. Hold on. There's confusion in the chat. We're next to each other, leaning over like this.
Oh, you're leaning over him. Okay, so you've pushed him in the wall.
You're leaning
over him.
You're leaning in
next to me, against to the wall. So we're like sneaking along the wall.
Okay, I understand. Oh, sneaking along the wall. Okay,
not facing each
side
other.
to side. Oh, okay, interesting. So side side.
Okay, you know what though? I will grab his hand to be.
So glad you said hand.
in this way or this way.
You know what? It's his wrist. I'm grabbing his wrist.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's into that though. So on his side, could be taken a certain way.
Okay.
I shouldn't do that. Dan's not here. He can't vouch for Train.
Okay, so basically, this being is looking at you, Mara. So. Death you would choose over knowledge? Much potential you have. Much potential.
I'd rather go down with a fight.
Then nothing to teach you, have I?
I never said I wanted to die. I said I'm ready to die. I should always be ready to die.
Ready for them to die, are you, Wright? Lord Wright says, I would prefer they not. I would prefer to be released. But if released you are, no joy can I take in your suffering. But little you can do now. Little you can do now.
She kind of hops off the table.
To grow stronger. Life to consume.
She raises her hands kind of like this, and kind of just... And the other Yalasar in the room just drops dead. And R2, were you using your life scanners, you would sense any other humanoids anywhere nearby. Just... Not you all.
Oh!
But kind of those things you sensed in the distance. I think even Mara and Zell have a similar feeling. And she says,
For some more power to gain. Your new friends, you must eat.
And she sort of just starts walking, kind of past you, Mara, like towards the door.
Yes. How noble Wraith will be. Eating rescuers. How noble.
Abrielle, she kind of just passes you in train.
Who are you?
She turns back. A teacher? She begins passing you, Abrielle, into train. She pauses for a moment.
What?
Resemblance?
What was
I
that?
see.
Wait, what did he say? What did she say?
Resemblance, I see.
What do you... Wait, what is that? What do you mean? Resemblance?
She's just walking out.
No, wait. And I'll chase after her. What do you mean?
Like your children you look. And then, once she's outside, she effectively roadrunners. She just like... just...
I heard everything that happened in that chamber, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run back to Ryth and say, you need to eat someone or something, or drink blood or something. Is that right?
To consume life grants me power, but it is, in this stage, a great deal of life I require, and nearby life has been taken from me. So, weakened I will remain.
Are you strong? Are you more powerful than them? Do you use the Force? Do you need... What do you need to be more powerful?
He kind of like collapses sort of against a wall.
Much life living force. It is a curse of my species, my nature. Such consumption over millennia I have perpetrated in service of the light, but the cost too great sometimes. Never the people can I forget. Never true people, true beings. I must remember to betray them is not to protect them. Forgive me.
We need to find...
I am out of sorts.
Mara, do you think he can help us? Zell, can he help us?
Not like this.
Yeah.
Take me.
No.
I need to find my children.
Train's like, no, Train is absolutely saying no to that.
Shut up, Train.
Offering himself instead, etc. Dan would totally, that's what he would do for sure.
Yeah, but I will make him be quiet.
Understood.
So, and I'll say I will give you my life force or whatever it is if you help them find my kids.
Your children have been taken.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I will provide assistance, but my power has been taken. But you have freed me. I have much knowledge. I have many. Haskvag brought back the Wraith of Zendor. Is the Dark One. The first betrayer is he returned.
Who?
Make a lore roll on Zendor. Actually, Zell, you probably would know Zendor, but make a lore roll.
An 88. Which is a fail.
Never heard of him. It's probably the guy's accent.
Would Master Luke have done any studying that would have led him to know Zendor and the original dark side cults?
Are you trying to roll Skywalker Saga?
I am.
Make a Skywalker Saga. You're gonna need some deep cuts on that. You can try it.
Hey, we'll spend a force point to reroll that.
Why not? What else? What else are they for? It's 9:20. Come on, guys.
That would be a 2.
Zendor is known as the one who led the first great schism from the Jedi Order. Yes, you're very familiar. This was tens of thousands of years ago. Train will translate. He's some Jedi guy. He schismed from the Jedi long, long time ago.
And Wright says, yes, so, can you, do you feel him? Do you feel him on the planet? We are on Exo, is this correct?
Presumably.
Then she has succeeded in creating this planet.
She like her who just left?
Yes, she has made this planet from nothing but the dark side of the Force.
Okay, well, our children are here, and we would like to get them off of this dark-sided planet.
I will assist you as much as I can. I am vegan. I will not feed on any of you. I will not be able to control myself. If I consume more life, I will have to consume all the life. And then I will either die when I go against the Jedi or the Witch Knight. Or I will succeed and then you will all be dead.
So you can't just take one of us and get your power back to help us. Fine. What if we find you something?
You would deprive your children of their mother.
If that meant they were able to get back home with their father, then yes.
No.
They've got a stepdad back. No, I'm kidding. She did not say that. She did not.
We will find another way.
He's kind of leaning against the thing.
How?
I just go ahead and just use the life form scanner.
Sure.
Yeah, hey, I'll re-roll it.
Sure.
I'll re-roll it again.
Okay. It's one of those nights. Sure.
Staying in the 80s is what it's doing. That's pretty good. 19. Extreme success.
Nothing but you all in this room. It even seems like it's possible that, like, even like some plant life, there might be some blights or like microbial life. There might have just been like a real death bomb out there. Yeah.
My life form scanner will just sort of retract and go.
What kind of information can you give us if you cannot retain your power? Is there any weaknesses we need to know about? Any way that we can trap her? Anything like that, possibly? You have a history, clearly. Also, I'm not a Jedi.
Forgive me. Nor am I. Quag will be somewhat weakened when Zendor is summoned. If we can arrive before this happens and attack her then, we might be able to prevent the process. And in turn, find an opportunity to escape. She must have followers. She cannot kill them all. So perhaps I can feed on others who follow, who learn from her, who have already fallen to the dark side. She has created another species on this planet, and there are other Yalasar, previous creations of those who've used our ways. These I will feed upon without compunction. So if we can find her seat of power, her stronghold, what I am sure will be her academy. And we can find her while she tries this ritual, then the chance we have.
There's always your friend Arden.
Arden. What do you mean Arden? Arden Lynn. Is she bringing back
Yes,
Arden Lynn too?
She's already here.
Arden Lynn is here.
I can feel her. I felt her as soon as we landed here.
You know her.
I do. She brought me here, or brought me to these people in this time. Does time exist here in Exo? I don't even think so. I don't know.
It does and does not. Differently. Arden is here. She did not need to be returned through the Force. She existed out of time, the Kashimir. Of course, this is an opportunity. This is your friend, your enemy. She is what you.
I have to stop her. I know that.
You must stop her. If you can cross weapons with her, yes?
Yes.
If we can draw her on, and if I can feed upon Arden Lynn, then I will have the power that I require.
Perfect. You get a snack, we get our kids. How do we do this?
We must go.
I fulfill my fake destiny.
We will go to the academy. I can feel there, but we must hurry. There is little time.
Lead away.
Lord Writhe begins sort of like walking out of the thing. He kind of pauses, closes his eyes, reaches out. There does seem to be death all around. You see a lot of like dead insects on the ground. It seems like some kind of just like death wave spread out because Quag is cool. And he kind of points in the direction of those mountains in the distance. Even here from the valley, you can see the top crests of them. Where if you climb up the hills, you'll see them further.
You say, there.
Can you make it up that mountain, buddy, or do you need a little assistance?
Hopefully there will be some kind of goat or something on the way. Perhaps
alright.
we will come across others, but we must hurry. I will move. Besides, I've been in a box, so even if it is tiring, it is good to move my joints. Yes.
He begins sort of shuffling.
How long were you in that box for?
Not really that long, in fact. The box drained me of my power. It prevented much of the life I have gained over time, returning me to this state. The intention was for longer, but then you showed up. I appreciate you freeing me.
You're quite welcome. As I look at Abriel.
You are a witch knight. Is this correct?
Yep.
I am, my name is Lord Writhe. I am the Lord of the College of Immortality. The Mysterians, if you know them.
Oh, the gold-faced guys?
They served me. But they lost me. So, I owe a nice bottle of wine to Dathomir. And then press data. The headmistress is there. If we survive, they will hear good things about you.
As he carries on. Should we end with a look over the mountain? Should we just save that for next?
Yes.
Okay. Arden is pacing like a punk, just like hitting trees with her arm. Quag appears. Where'd you run off to like that? I'm getting sick of waiting. I'm gonna get a little wild if we have to wait any longer. And Quag will say,
An unexpected arrival. An unexpected awakening. A surprising awakening has occurred. No matter our plans, change they will. Yes, change. Soon. Now. Begin we will. Begin the process, the ritual. Soon. Gather. The followers you will gather. The children gather, yes.
Arden says, and we'll bring back Zendor, now. And Quag looks at her and says,
Begin.
Arden sort of tromps off through these kind of academy grounds. And Quag sort of has this inscrutable smile.
Changing the plans are. Always in motion is the force. Always in motion are the plans.
And with that, we will end today's session. I made it so that saving Ryth was going to be very hard. You guys put a lot into it. You did it. So well done.
We did it.
Quag is now very aware of your presence. And
Yeah.
etc.
I would say we've freed him. I don't know that we've saved him yet.
Till he eats all of us and then moves on.
We had a little bot
I'll
raid.
tell your story. In another 600 years, I'll remember who you all were.
Thanks, man.
You will. Thank you, R2D2.
All right, R2. Well, you get out of here. Just float in space for a 10,000 years, and then eventually tell our story. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. This was very exciting. Not exactly I wasn't ready for an encounter with Quag, but that was a fun. So we got a lot of players here, and Marizel, Abriel, Train, R2. What's that? Get the ritual, bring the children? What was that about? That didn't sound like a problem.
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds great. No.
Zendor. And also, what was up where she said, and we'll bring Zendor back, and she said, go begin. But like, wait, what? What did that mean? That was weird. Anyway, let's just enjoy one more week of thinking about this for next week, which is based on timing and storytelling, etc., etc. Next week is our final episode of this game. So, win, lose, or draw.
No more shenanigans.
There's no time for shenanigans. In fact, mild
running off the
you know
edge.
what?
Challenge accepted.
Spoiler alert.
No.
Spoiler alert. Like the next time on, the next episode starts with you guys like cresting the ridge, looking at the academy. It's like
I forgot something. I actually have to go back.
understood. Off screen that can happen. Yeah. So we'll be jumping right into that. So that will be 1 week from tonight. Tomorrow, join us for Gray in the Dark, which I'm now 90% sure we are playing. 95%. It sounds like we're playing tomorrow. If we don't yell at me. But yeah, so there's that. We are off on Friday this week, on account of Thanksgiving, but I may log on and do something at that point based on various factors. Then, on Sunday, if anyone is having a howling inside them, if anyone feels the hunger, if anyone is and you don't think that ginger snaps are going to cut it, if you've ever been if you're ever like looking How do I get American Werewolf in London into this? I don't know how.
It's real hard. It's real hard.
Wolf, Jack Nicholson. That movie's rough. Like not in like a fun way. Like it's like you're like, boy, I wish this was better. The Werewolves of London is a song, and Werewolf of London's a movie. Be the Wolfman. Clap for the Wolfman. That's a song, but it's about Wolfman Jack, not werewolves. The point is we're playing a werewolf game starting on Sunday. 4-week mini-series, so we gotta be focused. Yeah, right. But we will try.
We'll be focused.
We will be. This is going to be a fun
Pierce
one.
and I have very distinct plans.
You will see Pierce there. You will see Millie there. You will see Lauren there. You will see others there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to involve werewolves. And I was told earlier today that if there's no werewolf in the werewolf game, people will be sad. So I suppose that means I'll put a werewolf in the werewolf game. Now, will the werewolf ever transform? I don't know. Maybe not. Then I might not have to. Because that's the cool thing about werewolves. Like, I don't know. Is that Elbrand's secret?
Side of yeah.
Maybe he's a werewolf.
What a weird tie-in.
He's not a werewolf.
That would be.
He's not.
Oh.
Albrand Brunt is not a werewolf. So Blue Moon begins on Sunday. This Sunday at 7:30 p.m. here on Long Lost Lord Twitch. That's going to be super fun. I'm very excited about that one. We're using a fun system for that too that I think the players will enjoy. It seems something that's going to be kind of quick and intuitive, and here's hoping. Bring a lot of D8s, guys, aka your moon dice. That will be on Sunday, and then 1 week from tonight, finale, Civilized Age, and then 2 weeks from tonight, Top Flight Holiday Special.
Yay!
Indeed. Which will be even darker than the werewolf game, or our most recent episode of Blood from a Stone, which might be our darkest. It's up there.
It's pretty dark, man.
It's pretty dark. Bad. Thank you all for watching. Please go to our Discord and read our recaps and chat over there and learn about Legoland discounts, apparently. Go to our About page here to see all the cool stuff our players get up to. Follow us on TikTok at Long Lost Lore, Instagram at Long Lost Lore Ripke.
RPG.
That's what I said.
You mean?
Wait, is it pronounced RPG?
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was ttrpgs. I really like playing ttrpgs.
That you know, I'm surprised.
That's fine. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been a blast. Thank you, players. And Kevin, if you want to now kind of continue, if you finally remembered what you were saying about Spectre of the Past, you can take us out with that.
It's lost forever.
Understood.
In the ether.
Much like Abrael and Train's children, it's lost forever. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, the Force will be with you always.